Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Bret Mcclure with the University of St. Mary's Human Resource and Fiscal Management class. Today, I'm going to present a presentation for a justification for a new position in our cardiac rehab department for an exercise specialist. This is a position that we currently do not have. So moving forward, the exercise specialist for cardiac rehab would be considered a pay grade 9. The midpoint would be $23.10. It would be a part-time employee or a 0.5 FTE working Monday, Wednesday, Friday on non-holidays. The reason for this vacancy is it's a new position that we are trying to move forward with. Some key responsibilities for the position is the exercise specialist provides exercise leadership, instructions, prescriptions, and counseling to all of our patients and clients. They work hand in hand with the other members of the healthcare team, which would be the cardiac rehab nurse. They also work some factors analysis and consultation work for the patients. An exercise specialist functions as an active team member, which can also respond to emergencies in the event that one does happen. They do perform vital signs assessments, assist in telemonitoring of clients, and help do the exercise prescriptions that each individual client needs to have. They also coordinate and help teach different strength trainings and education pieces that we have throughout the course of cardiac rehab. The reason that I'm looking for this new position is that slowly over the years, our numbers have increased since 2015, which is when I took over the manager of the rehab department. In 2015, on average, we had about 300 visits per month. In 2016, we increased that by over 40 visits per month. And year to date, our average has increased again about 30 extra visits per month. We currently offer classes Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 to 5, and they range anywhere from 5 to 10 patients per class, depending on which phase they are in. Some of the different phases that we offer at our facility is a phase 2 patient. A portion of these patients will be on the telemonitor. Most of their classes are a 36-week period, so for the first 6 to 8 sessions, they are on the heart monitor. We do put them back on the heart monitor in visit about 18 through 20, and then their last couple of visits they're back on the heart monitor also. If any time during those 36 weeks that the patient experiences any sort of chest pain or unusual symptoms, we will go ahead and hook them back up to the monitor at that point in time. Many of our phase 2 patients are diabetics, and they require blood sugar checks pre and post workout. And the reason we do pre is to make sure that their blood sugar is not too low or too high that would cause complications from them working out. And the reason we do it afterwards is after a strenuous workout, we want to make sure their blood sugar hasn't dropped. In 2015, we had an average of 163 visits per month. 2016, we did go down just a little bit, but year to date for 2017, we're up to 177 visits per month. Our phase 3 patients, which is not a very big population that we have here at our facility, they require vital signs before, during, and after the exercises. And we try to do it at the 20-minute mark, 40-minute mark while they're working out to make sure that their heart rate and vital sign blood pressure are within a defined limit that is safe for them to work out. In 2017, we had about 7 visits per month. 2016, we did drop a little bit, but in 2017, year to date, we have doubled our visits on that. Our largest section that we have is phase 4 patients. These individuals get their vital signs pre and post exercise only. They are not on the heart monitor. In 2015, we had an average of 116 visits. 2016, we went up significantly to 190 visits per month. And year to date, we are down just slightly at 186 visits per month. Some of the education that we offer in cardiac rehab, we try to do every Wednesday. We've had a decrease in the amount of education that we have offered to the patients due to the size of the nurse-to-patient ratio. And the nurse is trying to keep track of vital signs and the EKGs and blood sugar, and then also doing her documentation that has to be done in each class. So we're lacking our education that we are supposed to provide to each class. It's about 20 minutes in duration. And we typically, like I mentioned, do that on Wednesdays. Strength and balancing is another item that we offer to all of our cardiac rehab patients. We typically try to do this on Mondays and Fridays. But it's very hit and miss right now just because of the larger number of classes and the less staff that we've had. ACSM and AHA, they recommend that strength and balancing needs to be done twice a week, which is why we try to shoot for Mondays and Fridays. The other St. Luke's Health System cardiac rehab locations do offer strength and balance twice a week, and they also offer education every Wednesday. So our goal is to make sure that we can abide by the AHA rules and follow what our other entity hospitals are doing. Our end goal is to hire an exercise specialist who can assist with cardiac rehab nurses on Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. It's also important for the cardiac rehab patients to warm up and cool down and do stretching. When we just have one staff member, this has been almost impossible to do. We basically just tell them the day one, make sure you warm up and cool down, and we'll try to assist as much as we can. We've also had 2 falls in 2017 year to date, which an exercise specialist could assist the patients from getting on and off the machines, which is where majority of the falls do happen at. The AACVPR, which is kind of the national accreditation for cardiac rehab, they do recommend a 1 to 5 patient ratio, and the other entities in our system do follow that guideline. The projected cost. Like I mentioned earlier, the exercise specialist, the midpoint pay range is about $23.10 an hour. So the yearly salary, productive hours would be about $29,000. Non-productive hours, which would include education and meetings, would be about $300 a year. And our initial training hours would be about $1,100. This individual is considered part-time, so would be eligible for benefits, health insurance, and vacation, PTO, accrual, and all that. So we'd have to take that into account also. Cardiac rehab numbers. We could increase our patient numbers to a max of easily 10 per class. This would increase our revenue for the hospital, adding 2 to 3 patients per class, with potentially adding 8 to 16 patients per day, and these are usually here for 36 weeks. We'd also increase patient satisfaction because we would have somebody on the team out on the floor working with these individuals hand in hand, strength and balancing, and education. And our big thing to look at is that we can decrease falls because with an extra staff member, they can assist the patients getting on and off the exercise equipment. So as you can see, many people would benefit from an exercise specialist, not only the patients, but also the facility. Like we mentioned, we could increase patient satisfaction and compliance with the national standards. We'd increase revenue for the hospital, and we would decrease the number of falls each year. I hope that you consider us adding an exercise specialist to the cardiac rehab department. If you have any further questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you and have a good day.